All right, guys, I just got done editing this video and realized that I didn't have an intro for it. So you haven't seen a video from me in a long time. No particular reason. I just been doing different stuff. So this past winter, I put together some fishing content. This is all trout fishing in the Midwest. These are all stocked fish. They're not wild. So that's why we keep them and that kind of thing. It gets too warm down here and they'll die if we don't. So the DNR puts them in for people to catch them and take them home. So that's what we do. They're a lot of fun to catch if you've never trout fished before. It's certainly different, but it's not terribly hard. You just got to know what you're doing. So I thought I would also go over a little bit of my setup, what I use. I don't really talk in the video too much about that, so I thought I would go over some of that real quick. So basic setup, start off with a pole. My recommendation is an ultralight pole such as this one. This is a G Loomis. You certainly don't need a G Loomis to do this. In fact, I was a little disappointed in this G Loomis rod when I got it. But anyways, ultralight rod is my recommendation. This is a 1000 series reel. Again, that's not terribly important. What is important with all this is your line choice. I would strongly suggest not using braid, fluorocarbon or monofilament. Either one will do the trick, but it seems like trout for some reason are able to see braided line. So if you have braided line, just tie you a leader on. Use a double uni knot and just tie you a 5-foot piece of monofilament on. I would recommend 4-pound. This is actually 2-pound. I usually use 4, but this particular pole has 2-pound on it. And the setup is extremely basic. This is, I think, a number 8 hook with a bait. It's a bait keeper hook. And then a very little weight in the middle, and then sometimes I use a bobber. Most of the time I don't use a bobber. These are trout magnet bobbers, and they're actually pretty cool. So it's just a little piece of foam, and they have these plastic plugs. You can actually, I don't know if you can see it, but you can run a line through that and use it as a slip bobber. But the bobber has a slot in it where you can run your line through, and then you put this peg in, and it pegs it on your line. So it's very easy to adjust and move super fast. I have one on here. You can take it off. You can take it off in no time. I'm sure you've seen these. But here it is on my line. You just take the peg out, pull it off, and boom, you're off. So they're very effective. Usually, especially if you're fishing in a river and stuff, you're usually not fishing very deep, and those are pretty slick. They're not just the best bobber. I wouldn't use them in a lake or very much, and they're very easy to pull under. So if the fish starts to pull it under, it doesn't put any resistance on it, and the trout won't drop the bait. So that's the big thing. If you're going to use a bobber trout fishing, you want it to be little so that they can't feel it if they pull it under, because if they do, a lot of times they'll let go. Even stock fish they'll let go of it if they feel resistance on it. So that's the setup I'm using. Like I say, it's nothing special. You can use other stuff. I had really good luck on white spinners. These are just white rooster tails. Nothing special, just from Walmart. Just, $3.99 spinner. I have the best luck on white. I do have some yellow ones that I use in here. And I don't know if you guys have seen Maine Trout Whisperer, but he makes his own baits, and he makes spoons and spinners and all kinds of stuff. I haven't had a lot of luck on his spinners. They're really nice spinners. I don't understand why I haven't caught fish on them, but I really like his spoons. That's a brown trout spoon, and hopefully that'll show up. You can see where I have used the heck out of that one. I had to put a new swivel on it. There's a brown trout one. Here's a rainbow trout pattern that he makes. Those look really cool. Here's a perch pattern. There's that one. That one's actually a heavier one. I think those are 1/4 ounce, and I think like this brown trout one, I think that's an 1/8 ounce. I've had really, really good luck on the brown trout one. For whatever reason, it seems to work the best. And there you can see the size difference. Like I say, this one on my right is a 1/4 ounce, I think, and the one on the left is an 1/8 ounce. So he has a couple different sizes and colors and all that stuff, but he makes really, really great baits. So check him out. Maine Trout Whisperer is his name. I've ordered stuff from him a couple times, and usually, like if I ordered on Monday, it ships on Tuesday, and I have it by the end of the week. So he does really good. Another thing that I used are these trout magnet jigs. I've never used anything like this to trout fish, but these work really good under a bobber. And what's cool about them is the jig head, instead of it sinking, you know, head first, these jigs, they're actually designed so that the bait, when it sinks, again, instead of it going like this, it goes straight down like that. And that's kind of what their claim to fame is on why these work so well. And they do work well. I have caught fish on them, and like I say, I fished it under one of those bobbers and had pretty good luck on it. The other thing that I use a lot of is power bait, dough bait. I have a lot of good luck on orange. Green is good. Yellow, like corn, is good. Those are really the hot colors. Garlic scented. See, this is garlic scented. This is kind of an orange color, but it has garlic scent in it. That, for whatever reason, they like garlic. And then the other thing is just a good old can of corn from Walmart. So that works really good. I always get a pull tab top so that I don't have to have a can opener or anything like that. Because sometimes they will not hit dough bait, and you'll put corn on there and they will just inhale it. So that is what I was using. The other thing that I would recommend getting is, I always keep a pair of fingernail clippers, and I put them on these ropes so that I can tie them to me. That way I don't drop them in the water and lose them and all that. As you can see in some of these videos, it's cold. This was wintertime fishing, so I mean, there were days that I fished in a toboggan, gloves, and waders, and a winter coat. So I mean, you don't want to be dropping your clippers in the water and you know, losing them. The other thing is a good pair of forceps. You can use pliers. These forceps are kind of nice because you can reach down in their throat when they swallow it. A lot of times with dough bait, they swallow it. So I like forceps. And then I keep all this stuff in a bucket just to kind of keep it together. A lot of times when you go to the river, you can just take the bucket with you and set it on the side, and then I keep everything in a little box with a lanyard on it. So that's all there really is to it. It's not overly complicated. So hopefully you like this video. If you want to see more fishing content, let me know, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. There's a fish, guys. Yeah, there we go. Number one of the day on that white spinner. We are going to keep some today. That was my first cast with that. Well, it's first cast in this spot with this white spinner anyways. I was catching them on that last week too. Let's see here. Get this guy off of here. Get back to another one. bad little fish. That's about what they put in here. Again, these are farm raised, so we're going to take them home. There's one, Dad. Yeah. Did you get him? Well, we got plenty of it. There's one. Let the bastards swallow it. Am I? Yeah. I probably won't catch one this cast. I reused those marshmallows. Yeah, I don't know if they'll float though. Yeah, he choked them back up.
I don't know if they're marshmallows float.
Yeah, they do. Remember, they just floated that way.
Yeah,
they float great. There's one. Oh, that's a bluegill. Huh. Boy, that fish is freezing. Excessive, but maybe not. Did you get him? That's a pretty nice one.
these are the nice ones we want to put in.
Oh, did you get it? Do what? I can't hear you.
Soaked in steel and coat.
Oh.
Look, that one got them babies. Can you see it? God. It went at one of the adult geese chased the babies. Yep, you got it. Oh, what did you do? Oh. Get a hold of it. Well, I ain't worried about it anymore. Here. You need your pliers. Look, right there's the string away. Got them corn. You hold these fish upside down, they won't flip and fly. I never thought about it. I didn't figure it would matter. I didn't think it would make as big a difference as it did. Get it.
Oh shit. Just get him in. There.
Reel this one up for me.
Alright. Well, get it up here. Has he got it? Has he got it swallowed?
No.
Oh man.
hell he's done for. That was funny. Huh?
He was on there when you did the dance.
Well, he was. I never. Seen him in those portraits out there.
Is there a stringer down there? I got it. It's all right. Look.
Right there's one.
I got him. Yeah, you got him. That's a nice one.
My other pole. No, he got it. No, he didn't get out of it.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, I know. I thought he got out of it, but he didn't.
Hey,
No, he didn't.
he's
He's
just
in it.
wrapped around at once, though.
I don't know. I think I got it loose at least. No way. He ate both of them.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
That is unbelievable.
He did.
2 hooks in that one
I see
fish.
I see it.
2 hooks. 2 hooks.
Both of your
There's one line,
He ate one and swam and got the other one.
and there's the other line. Both lines in one fish. Look at that. Right there, it came out of his mouth. And I still got one fish. Or one line in there. One fish ate both my hooks. That's unbelievable. Have you ever had a fish
No.
do that? That is unbelievable.
I've had them get tangled in,
That is
Another hook.
unbelievable.
but never had it
If
in
you
their mouth.
that and I got